What is Minecraft? Minecraft is a big, diverse world, just the one that you're seeing right now, where you basically place a bunch of blocks, break a bunch of blocks, and survive. And it's pretty straightforward. The world consists of a bunch of things, but before we go ahead and go into that, the crash course and beginner's guide for all new Minecrafters, please consider liking and subscribing if you did enjoy this video. If not, well then, dislike it. Anyways, let's get right into it.
Zombie apocalypse.
Now, before you go ahead and set sail into your Minecraft adventure, it's best that you know the most basic things. The first thing that you want to know is that there are two different game modes inside of Minecraft. The first game mode being survival mode, where basically you fend off foes and you try to survive in a big world, rather than in creative mode, where you go and build basically whatever the heck you want with infinite resources right in your fingertips. Whichever mode that you choose will both give different experiences for Minecraft. Okay, so the first thing that you want to know when you come into your survival screen is the first thing you want to do is that moving your mouse left and right automatically changes how you look at things. And you see those little hearts down there, that is how much hearts you have. Whenever you take damage, basically your hearts will go down until you basically die. Those little chicken legs that you see are also something as well. Those chicken legs are actually resemble your food, which you have to eat, which you would have to kill animals or grow crops to do. When going underwater and fully submerged, you will be given new bubbles, such as your air bubbles. As soon as they all pop, you are then going to start drowning, which makes you lose all your health. It's a little bit hard to understand, but some other basic controls is double tapping W will allow you to run. Double tapping W while fully submerged underwater will allow you to swim, which is this right here. To go into your inventory or your crafting or in your mini crafting bench, you press E. E allows you to go and enter your crafting area where you can craft anything here, and your inventory where you can switch out different items from your inventory to your hotbar, which is here. A simple crafting recipe is making some sandstone. So using this as an example, you can craft a sandstone using a mini crafting thing. But by using an actual crafting bench, which is crafted by legitly just one piece of oak log, and using the planks, you can then craft with more slots, which allows you to make weapons, tools, beds. Look, a block of TNT. Anything that you can craft with this is basically the most important thing. Another simple thing that you want to know is how to jump, which is spacebar. See? Spacebar. Simple enough for you guys to understand. And to break things, that is M1, which is left click. To build things, that is your second one, your right button. That allows you to build your blocks down. And yeah, everything's Q. So yeah, it's actually really pretty simple to understand. Here's a little hidden thing, because since we're near sand, we might as well. Every block does not have physics. Physics, just completely forget about them. Which you see this oak log right here? You see this oak log right here? I'm gonna go ahead and turn it into planks, and I'm just have it floating. I'm not joking. You can have a single block floating. So if I were to disconnect it from these wood pieces right here, and then disconnect it from this wood piece right here, it is actually floating. But sand does not float. Anything that really shouldn't float, like gravel, sands, and anything like that, that doesn't float. Leaves float as well. Lots of things float. That's just because of the mechanics of Minecraft. Who knows? Okay, now let's start with the basic amount of blocks in Minecraft. As you already know, there is wood everywhere, as in for trees and stuff like that. And it comes into different forms. As we have it in its actual log state. Or its wood state. It's log state. Oops, accidentally broke that. It's stripped wood state. You can turn to planks, stairs, and then slabs. And there's different types of wood, such as dark oak log, acacia, jungle, spruce, birch, the new mangrove trees, and these warped and crimson blocks wood pieces that are found in the alternate dimension, the nether. And then these are basically the basic blocks that you're going to be seeing as stone, other dimensions, and all that stuff, including natural water and lava. But these are just the basic blocks that are inside of Minecraft. They're really everything is fully in here. Every single block. Look how many blocks there are in a whole bunch of different crafting recipes to make it. There's carpet, there's concrete, there is glazed terracotta, there is farmland, there is leaves, there's a whole bunch of different fruits, coral and all that stuff. There are tons and tons of blocks in Minecraft. And this is just the beginning. Minecraft is going to continue for years and years to come. There'll be more and more blocks. But these are the basic ones, and I can talk quick about what each mechanic is. Wood, basic needed, just because, you know, you need wood to crafting bench, make sticks and all that stuff, and these are different variants. Dirt, you can use it to farmland. When you're in the mines, you're going to be hitting these types of blocks a lot. These are just generated stone. So we have regular stone, tough, it shouldn't be infested. It should just be regular cobblestone, cobble deep slate. And then in an alternate dimension, the nether uses netherrack, end stone inside of the alternate dimension, and then terracotta, soul sand, and mud and all that stuff. There's just other ones as well. And these are just the basic ones as lava and water as well. Now moving on to the ore blocks. These are the type of ores that you will see naturally generated inside of your world. And with a pickaxe, because it requires a pickaxe to mine these, you can, with coal, you can get iron, you can get emeralds, you can get that, you can get raw copper, redstone dust, lapis, diamonds, and then deep slate is basically the same thing, except it's kind of longer to get. And then in the nether, the alternate dimension, you can get quartz and golden nuggets. And then with all these ores that you get, you can craft different set of tools that are inside of the game, and you can craft different sets of armor. As you can see, are really, really cool armors, which also give you different armor points. And with using this wood that we have right here, you can make a pretty cool little builds, like how I made this kind of like a rustic whatever medieval look onto here, while here I made it kind of look like just like a board with a little bit of mythical stuff going on. Anyways, that is it for the ores, and now to move on to the interactive blocks. Interactive blocks. These blocks are pretty much simple, and basically these are all of the interactive blocks that I could think of at the moment, such as doors, trapdoors, and fences, which basically do the same thing. Iron doors are special that require a redstone signal to actually open, which we'll cover later on. And we have it in all different wood variants, of course. And then moving on to the more different ones, we have storage interactive blocks, such as a regular chest, a regular barrel, and a very special shulker box. Shulker boxes are special things that are created. Now, if you put something in it, you can actually pick up the box, go to a specific area, place it down, and it will go right back in, like mini book bags. So and then end chests are like teleportation chests, where if you put something in an end chest and then go over here, it instantly gets teleported, just like that. And if you take something out of it, it's been taken out of all of this one too. And then there's another one, also known as this one, which requires a CD. It's a jukebox, so you can play any type of music, and you can take it out by right-clicking. This is a campfire. It's pretty much self-explanatory. You cook meat on it, or you can use any type of furnaces. There are 3 different variants. The regular one that cooks anything, the food one, which is the smoker, and the ore one that cooks ore. Stop. And then we have, you can upgrade your gear here and get netherite. You can make maps with the cartographer table. We already know what this is here, the crafting table.
We missed an interactive one.
And then moving on to the enchantment area. So we have the potions. We can put potions, and we'll cover that later on in the video. And then a jukebox, which you can play music. If you want to play the same note, just hit it. But if you want to change the note, right click it.
You're interactive.
Stop hitting me with that axe.
Ours health did that too.
And now a quick little demonstration about enchanting right here. Stop hitting me. And then basically what you do is you're going to need lapis. So I don't have any lapis, but luckily there's lapis over here. But you see how I have a number 17? Doing things that help you learn gets you more experience points, which allows you to enchant. And enchanting, well, putting something inside of an enchantment table, you can then enchant. And you see, putting 1 gives you that, 2 and 3, and I meet the requirements. I have 17 and 1 6, and I can get an efficiency 1 pickaxe, but I see efficiency 2 here, which is better than 1, so I'll grab this one. And let's say that I was like, nah, I don't really want this enchantment. Then I can go into the repair and disenchant, which is known as the grindstone. The grindstone will take away that enchantment, so then you can go back and enchant for something else, which I basically got exactly the same. Now let's say that I was satisfied with my enchantment, efficiency, unbreaking, right here, and I want to make it last longer, which is the unbreaking. You can search up these enchantments on the web. This is for beginners. And let's say that you have a book of efficiency. You can actually use an anvil to connect it together, and you can rename it. Which, let's say I want to name it Mr. Pick. Then I can go ahead and rename it. So then whenever I have it out, there we go. We have a great pickaxe. And that is basically a good little thing about most of the interactive blocks.
Yeah, things are awesome. Like enchant.
Also, an extra thing. You could also get set on fire. On here, let me just clear the weather.
Enchantment tables are awesome.
Weather clear, and you can actually burn because the rain is right now dousing the fire, but you can actually burn on here. Okay, now moving on to the next part, which is now every single tool and every single armor. So first we're going to go ahead and cover the basic amount of tools, such as the sword. As we all know, a sword would do a lot more damage than what your fist would do to an animal. So I'm gonna go, so with my fist, it'll take me a long time to kill this sheep. But with the sword, I can literally just do a lot more damage. And netherite's the best tool inside the game, so that's why I one-shotted it. Don't expect like a wooden sword to one-shot things, guys. It's like, let's be serious. And then we got the axe. Now, axe is obviously going to be able to break things wooden faster than your fist or any other tool. See, it will take this long to go ahead and mine it. And with an axe, I can destroy it in literally that quick. So let's place that back down right here.
Axes are awesome for shields.
And also, yeah, axes are great for disarming shields. So, like, let's say that I have a shield here. If you place a shield right here, and then you shift, in Bedrock it's shift, but in Java,
wait, what? It was delayed.
But in Java, you have to right click. So if I shift, see, he hit it down. Rather than if I give him my sword, wait, it's still, rather if I give him my sword, it hits him back. Now stop, don't hit me anymore. The next thing we have is the pickaxe, which obviously breaks stone. Like, look how long it takes to break stone. And with deep slate, it takes even longer. But with the netherite pickaxe, you can, well, since it's the best one, you can mine stone easily. And same thing goes with this. You can actually break this faster with your hand, but I recommend using a pickaxe. Next, we have a shovel. Self-explanatory. It breaks dirt faster in your hand. And then a hoe, which is also self-explanatory. It's to till land. Dude, why'd you kill me?
Oh, that was an accident. I thought you had full health. Please. No.
Dude, I'm not gonna kill you, sir. You killed me.
Just how about let's move
Whatever.
on to I get to kill you.
No, you don't get to kill me right now. Anyways, so then we have the seeds, and you can just place any seed, and bam, you have crops growing. The next thing that we have here, because now it's totally disorganized, we have saddles and we have shears. Now these things, saddles can actually be used to ride horses and sometimes pigs, which is pretty funny because you can now ride a pig, and you can guide it around with a carrot on a stick, which is just a fishing rod with a stick. Using a fishing rod, self-explanatory, you can just literally just fish. But you can also fish mobs too and pull them towards you, which is great for PvP to grab them and to confuse them. And the next thing that we have is a telescope, which is also known as a spyglass, just to zoom in and see things up close. That's it. A trident, it's, if you guys don't know what a trident is, it serves as two purposes. And basically its purpose is to go ahead and, hit mobs or throw it. And within different enchantments, you can make the trident come back to you. Bows and crossbows are special things that require arrows that if you put in your right hand, you can load it up and then you can shoot. And the difference between a crossbow is that you can actually run around, switch back, and then let's say some guy gets really close, you can just shoot them. Rather than a bow and arrow, which you have to fully manually load, and you have to shoot like this. If you switch, it stops. But another thing is that it's better to use a bow because it's stronger than a crossbow, even though that crossbows are more efficient to switch back and forth, and they actually can double shot and shoot like that.
Oh, do not kill my team.
The next thing, the final things that we have here are leads, which you can just lead horses to come near you or any type of animal. And we have flint and steel, turtle shells right here, compasses. Compasses always point to the spawn. I know this is a lot to take in, guys, but it's great. It's great for you guys to know this. You can always come back to this. So then it always points to the spawn of your world. Clocks measure the time. Turtle shells, they allow you to breathe underwater longer. Water breathing enchantment just went on. So I can now breathe underwater a lot longer. Another thing is the flint and steel. You can set things on fire. Like if I wanted to set this on fire, I could, but I don't want to because I worked hard on that. And the most OP thing in this game, which is the Totem of Undying. Hard to get, and it requires you to go on raids. I won't be covering raids because those take a while and just search it up. But if you can see, it brings me back to life if someone were to try to kill me.
But if they double hit.
But it's really OP if you have good armor to go with it. And the final thing, my favorite thing inside of this game is the elytra. The wings that allow you to glide. But paired up with fireworks, you can fly. Like you can actually fly. And don't dive down because you will die from that. And yeah, I died a lot of times for this part of the episode, but that pretty much almost covers everything. The last thing we need to cover is armor. So armor inside of the game it's self-explanatory. It protects you. And the weaker the armor, the weaker it is. So let's say that I were to have full netherite armor. You can see my armor points are starting to go up. And he were to hurt me, it would be a longer. Stop. But if you were to wear something like leather, as you can see, I'm wearing a leather armor right now. But he can basically kill me because leather armor isn't as strong as regular netherite armor. But that's all it is for all the tools and armors that are inside of Minecraft. Or at least most of them. Okay, now moving on to farming. Farming requires 4 different things. You require a hoe, which it does have to be nether. I chose it because it's the strongest, whatever. But all you have to do is just till land by right clicking. And as you can see right there, how it just untilled and stuff. And basically, you see how it just took that away. You have to actually hydrate. That's number 2. You have to hydrate it by placing the water, and it should darken. Another thing that you want to know is that it can go out to 4 blocks without needing to be hydrated again. So 4 blocks in all directions, which is this, And then, as you can see, that's actually a lot. And it also covers the corners as well, so you don't have to worry about hydrating the corners. So it goes off diagonally and everything. And this entire land right here is now tilled out. Look how much land you get that's hydrated. This is how you know if it's hydrated or not. If it's turned darker like that. And it can cover this entire land. Look how many seeds. Now that's the next thing you need. You need seeds. Seeds are now can be placed, and it's better if you place them in rows instead of randomly like this, so then you don't have to try to fix all those mistakes. And basically, with all of this, you can now just start planting. And let's say that you really need this food right now. You cannot wait any longer. You can use bones and craft it into bone marrow, which is also known as bone meal inside of Minecraft. And you can speed up the process and gather wheat. And using wheat, you can make bread, or you can go on to the next part. Animals. Now, animals such as this cow right here love wheat. We all know this. And so basically what you need is, ooh, I need more oak fences and fence gates if I'm going to show this next part. But basically all you need is to get yourself any type of animal that their favorite meal is. Pigs like carrots, cows and sheep, they like wheat, chickens like seeds, basically like real life stuff. So let me go into, and then basically what you want to do is you want to start off by making them a fence area, so they don't like run off while you're away farming. And once you make like a fence area, you can then use fence gates so then you can get in and they cannot. So while using this wheat, I can now lure this cow in. Now these spawn eggs are only obtainable in creative mode, but you can but if you do lure in 2 of them together and end up giving each of them wheat, they will start breeding, and then a little baby cow can come. You can speed up its growing process by feeding it, but it's better if you just let it go, because you see right there, you probably couldn't tell, but I clicked like 20 times to feed it.
Be free, fellow bee.
And if you get enough of these guys together, continue breeding and stuff like that, you could just start killing them, and then you can, you know, get yourself some good old beef. But if you prefer to be vegan, you can go ahead and just continue on placing seeds and growing. And there are other seeds such as regular seeds, pumpkin seeds, melon seeds, and beetroot seeds. And there's other ones, and there's 2 other ones like potatoes and carrots. And if you're very, very, very unlucky, and while you are picking up your potato after harvesting, if you do like start harvesting, let me see if I get unlucky. But if you get really unlucky, you could end up picking up a poisonous potato. It's extremely useless, and you basically just wasted a potato on a poisonous potato. This is completely random, and you can't trade it. If you eat it, you get poison effects. We'll see, as you can see, I got a poison effect. I'm in creative mode, so I take no damage. But basically, the only thing you can do with a poisonous potato is literally throw away. You can't even turn it into anything else. He's gonna like to serve that.
No, I'm speeding up the growing process.
And then one last thing that is inside of farming is known as the composter, which you can craft inside of your crafting bench. And basically, let's say that you have all of these, right? And you plant, and then you have all these extra seeds that you don't have anything to do with. You don't want to expand your land because you don't feel like doing that. You can use those extra seeds and fill up the composter, and you can use it and get an extra piece of bone meal, which you can use to, you know, speed up your crops. And that is it for farming. And he murdered every last cow. If you do want to have a cow farm, I suggest breeding them and then killing all the cows but 2, so then you can start breeding them again and don't have to go through the hassle of trying to get all the things in. Same thing with the sheeps. Okay, now moving on to the nether. The nether is the alternate dimension, at basically where this is right here, where all the red stuff is, that's where the nether is. And to go into there, what you need is obsidian. Now, there's 2 ways that you can make the portal. Using all 14 pieces, you place 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. you can make it using the obsidian, this very, very hard substance that's made when water and lava connect. And it's a source block, not the flowing version, the source, which is on the top. And you can make the portal, and using flint and steel, you can ignite it. And let's say that you didn't have as much as is. Well, the minimum requirements is 10. So using just regular grass, it doesn't have to be grass. You can basically just go 1, 2, and then go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then the dirt, and then 1 and 2, and it will work just the same.
Take away the dirt so they know.
It'll work just the same. See, I could take away the dirt and it doesn't do anything. It's just skipping out the corners can basically get it. Now, to get this substance or to collect it, basically you need a diamond pickaxe or anything better. And it does take a very, very long time, as you can see, but you can at least collect it. And netherite is better than diamond, so it's alright. But anything below will not work. So, and then let's show you how the actual thing looks like in the inside. So let's go in, and this is how the world looks. You'll be instantly transported with a little bit of a loading screen, and you'll see straight fire and everything. And this is how the nether basically looks, well, in one of its biomes. So if I were to go in game mode C, which is creative, I can, as you can see, there's lava everywhere, and it doesn't take a really pro person to know that lava hurts. As you can see, the soul sand valleys, which is where there's blue fire, which is even hotter than red fire. Dangerous. Lots of skeletons spawn here as well. As you can see, a big abundance of lava everywhere. And there's other biomes too. You know, where the redwood and that blue wood is. So I'm gonna go skip to the point where I find those two biomes. Okay, and there we go. There we go. We have the warped fun. This is the warped one, right? Let me see. Nope, it's the crimson place. It's not warped. This is the crimson stem, well, the crimson forest, where basically you can get a bunch of this red, cool looking wood. Also, those guys spawn. They're dangerous. And there's and then the blue one as well. So let me go ahead and find one of those right quick as well, just for the sake of, you know, showing you these things. Wait, hold up. We're not gonna skip nothing right quick, because I just found a nether fortress. Nether fortresses are structures in Minecraft that are required to beat the game, because these are the only structures, which, let me change this game from peaceful to easy mode. These are the only structures that you can actually find blazes. Blazes are special things, or special mobs, incredibly dangerous, like incredibly dangerous. That basically they shoot fire at you, like, well, it's kind of like everything shoots fire at you actually, but you can get this, and then you can get blaze rods, which is required for making eyes of ender, making a portal out of here, making potions. But they naturally spawn in one of these. Let me find a warped place right quick, because I was actually a very lucky find. And now let's for real skip the video. Okay, there we go. We found the biome. This is the warped one. Let me check real quick if it is warped. Yeah, warped. So I just got them confused from crimson and warped. But this one right here is actually more dangerous than the red one, because of all of the endermans that naturally spawn here. And it just so happened that we were near a bastion, which is another thing. I'm not gonna go too much into this, but basically these are really dangerous structures where you can get a ton of loot. Even that netherite, even the stuff to make netherite. As you can see, these guys are here. They're dangerous. The ones with axes. You get a bunch of good loot if you actually manage to raid one of these. As you can see, there's another treasure room right here, like diamond stuff, and there's actually and then as you can see down here, this is the real treasure room, which is a big structure like this, and all the way at the bottom, if you manage to survive all the levels, is you can find, look, nether scraps, which is required to make netherite, bunch of diamonds, and look at all this gold, just straight gold. And you know, some of the levels have some extra stuff as well. You can even get the Peak Step CD, which is really rare. I mean, finding one of these on its own is rare itself.
No.
And now after you finish going into the nether, you're gonna have to find your way all the way back to another portal. So it's best to copy down the coordinates, which you can enable in the settings down here. This does not do anything to achievements, cannot be earned because I'm in creative mode, but turning on and off your coordinates does not do anything besides show you the coordinates. But I don't know where the portal is. I traveled like 1,000 blocks, so I'm just gonna go into game mode S and just die, and then I'll go automatically to here. Anyways, that was a quick tutorial of the nether. Pretty much everything it is in the nether besides the mobs, which we won't be covering inside of this video. You're going to have to like search it up or something like this. Else, this is just for beginners, okay? For beginners, we're not going to be showcasing most of the mobs here. Go. Okay guys, and now we're going to be working on potions. Potions in Minecraft are really complex, but they can also be really easy. And basically the basic things you need is you're going to need blaze rods, which are attained by killing blazes, which are these. We're going to then need a cauldron. Well, we don't really need one, but a cauldron is nice to store potions. We're going to need a brewing stand. We're going to need nether wart. And to make a farm, you're going to need soul sand from that soul sand valley in the nether, and this red stuff that's inside of the nether fortress that's inside the nether, and then we're going to need some water. And by the way guys, if you guys did not know, you can make an infinite water source by placing a water here and a water here out of a bucket. So there are 2 source blocks, and it becomes infinite, and you can take it and it'll automatically regenerate. And also guys, if you did want to know how to craft something and that I didn't explain, basically all you have to do is go inside of this little magnifying glass, click this to it says all, and then type in like for a bottle. To learn how to make a bottle, it requires to do glass. And I'm not going to go too much into debt, but honestly you could just search it up on Google as well, because this is just a simple beginner's guide, just a simple one. Anyways, to make a potion successfully, basically you want to get a water bucket, and you just want to get your glass bottles and just take those up like this. Go to your brewing stand, place in the water bottles, kill a blaze, and get the blaze powder, which you can craft into blaze powder right here. And then put that into this slot right here. It should automatically fill this up. If you have extra, just put it right there for now. And then put in your nether wart. This is essential to even making a water bottle eligible to become a potion. So all we're going to do is just wait for this to be finished. And there we go, we have awkward potions. This is what you need in order for you to make it. This has no effect whatsoever, but when added an ingredient such as glistening melon, it will then use it to transform into something new, which will give us a potion of instant health healing. Everything has it says exactly what it does. It's a little bit brief, but I will go ahead and go through each potion with you guys, just so you guys know. But by the way, here we go, we have a potion of instant health, and if you add in gunpowder, you can actually turn the instant health potion into a splash potion, which basically is good if you just want to, like, you know, throw it onto yourself on the go. Okay, and the last potion that you can create is with a dragon's breath, which is obtainable in the end dimension by picking up a dragon's breath with a bottle when it shoots its fireball at you. And it will turn a splash potion into a lingering potion, which basically makes the potion, it just lingers or stays there for a while. But while that loads, I can demonstrate with this slime here. Basically, a slime will attack you, and they will hurt you and stuff. But drinking a splash potion of health would, you know, heal you. Now let's say that you are just like on the go and you're like really low and stuff like that. You can then splash potion on the floor and it'll give you the effect just as faster. Now let's say that you had a potion of lingering. This basically means that even if it hits you a lot, you can then place it down and you continuously get the effect for a while until the lingering goes away. Now these guys are annoying, so I'm just going to go ahead and turn this world into peaceful because they're annoying. And I'm going to change the weather to clear because it's probably best to do potion brewing when it's not raining and stuff like that. But to make different types of potions, like all these different potions, it's going to they're all gonna do different effects. I will pull up the chart and there'll be in the comment section where I will put in the what a page you guys can use and bookmark or whatever to actually use for potion reference of how to make them, and also an enchant one as well, just so then you know what each enchantment does when you use an enchantment table. And basically I'll go through each one of them. So basically you all probably already can tell what night vision does. If I were to change the time to night and then drink a potion of night vision, there you go, it's nighttime. If I were to drink a potion of invisibility, I'm gonna turn invisible. Let me get myself a milk bucket real quick. Let me just type milk. There we go, and let me go back to game mode S, and let me just so then I can become visible to you guys again. And basically this is the regular jump height for a person without jump boost, and with jump boost, as you can see, I'm jumping higher now. And if you actually boost this with if you put in redstone, it will make a potion last longer in this slot. But if you put in glowstone, it would actually boost it and make it better. So I can actually jump higher. So if I were to get like another type, it will be better. Fire resistance, self-explanatory. Fire resistance, meaning I am resistant to fire now. Swiftness, I can run this speed, but then with swiftness, you can see the speed boost a lot. Water breathing, you can breathe underwater now. So now if I were to go underwater right here, I would no longer have the bubbles, and I would actually stay underwater for as long as I want. Healing, we already discussed this. That heals us. Harming, basically that hurts us. We don't want to drink it. Use it as a splash potion to hit the other person. Poison, now there's a difference between fatal poison and regular poison. Fatal poison cannot be crafted inside of a bench, but basically regular poison brings you all the way down to half heart. But because we have full health, we are regenerating pretty good. And then we have a whole regeneration potion that basically regenerates our hearts in case we get hurt. Strength, so then we can hit harder. Weakness, so then we are weaker. And there's a special, these potions are really hard to craft with phantom membrane. You can make slow falling, so now when I jump, I fall really slow. As you can see, I'm falling slower than usual. And this is so then you take no fall damage whatsoever. It doesn't matter how high you are in the air, stuff like that. Look, I can literally jump off and I'm falling really slow, and I won't take no fall damage whatsoever. We have Turtle Master, which is a very, very OP potion where basically you basically can't die. You can't die for like 20 seconds. Just 20 seconds. That's how long the potions last for. It makes you incredibly slow and you cannot move at all, but it makes you invulnerable for 20 seconds because of the resistance 3. That basically makes you, there's no way you can make a resistance potions besides this. And Potion of Decay basically makes your heart all black and you start to die from it. But because of our resistance 3, we're basically immune right now. And it went away. Then again, we're also healing all that stuff. But that's basically all the potions and everything. So let me go show you what the chart looks like when you go into the comments. This is what the chart will look like. Hold up, let me open up my Chrome and stuff like that. Potion brewing chart. There should be a chart right here. There you go. I will show this right to you guys inside of the channel, whatever, inside the comments. Let me see if I can find a better one for you guys. Let's see. Yeah, that one's better. And then you can zoom in to see. As you can see, awkward potion, and then add in a pufferfish, you would get a potion of breathing with 3 minutes. And if add a redstone, you get a potion of breathing for 8 minutes. And glistening melon, you see, basically it shows you how many hearts you can gain from it and all that stuff. This chart here is really, really useful. And then I'll send a website that will show you what each enchantment does on each of your armors as well. But now let's go on and move on to the next part of our tutorial. Hey guys, and now we are on to one of the most complicated versions or things to do in Minecraft is redstone. Redstone is obtained by mining any type of redstone block, and will give you this redstone dust, which you can allow as think of it as electrical wiring that basically makes things work. So using that into perspective, we can actually use magical lighting to go ahead and power this redstone lamp, which is able to turn it on. So if we were to have like a lever right here, and we could turn it on, you know, that's a power supply. These are all power things to turn it on, a power supply. And then we have a button, which actually the difference between a wooden button and a stone button is, look how long a stone button is. It's this long, right? But then look at a wooden button. You see, that one lasts longer. Pressure plate. By stepping on it, it turns on the lamps. Same thing goes for regular torch. And this thing, we'll talk about the data center later, but then we have these other things that are really complicated too. The more complicated ones, such as the target. Well, I mean, the target. Basically, if you were to shoot it with an arrow, it will send off an electrical signal. Just a short one. It's not long or forever. Just a short redstone signal that the closer it is to the bullseye, the more power it comes off. So if I were to shoot the corner, as you could see, it barely even did just one. But the closer I get, the more power it turns on. And sooner or later, if I hit the exact bullseye, bam, it turns all of them on. And then we have redstone and redstone torch, which are basically infinite light that will never turn off. Same thing with redstone. And basically, this observer block, it observes change. So if I were to place a block in front of it, see, it sent a redstone signal. It observed it. Now, if I were to break something in front of it, it will do the same thing. Now, unfortunately, there is limitations. Like, you can do that and observe the change of this, turn it on and off or anything, but it won't observe something walking in front of it or anything like that. But instead, it just observes block change. Like, if I were to shoot an arrow, it won't observe that. All it observes is a block. So if I were to place a redstone, yeah, it observes that, but not much of anything else. And a daylight sensor basically sends off a signal if it's daytime. So you see how it's blue right now? If you right click, you can turn it on to nighttime to daytime. So since I have it set on nighttime, if I were to set the time at night, it will then power on. It will power on, and the further it gets through the night, the more powerful it turns on. So you can actually make a literal nighttime, light for the nighttime, and the same thing for the daytime. So we can have a time. If we set it to midnight, then as you can see, it will turn both the lights on. But if I were to set it at day, it's going to turn it off because it's looking for night. But since it's daytime, it's going to turn it on. And then that's basically all the power sources that are inside of this game. Now moving on to the pistons. Pistons are just basically what they are. Pistons that push and pull things. So we have the sticky pistons. The sticky pistons, basically, they do the same thing, and they push and pull, but it stays on, and it continues going on forever. Now, regular pistons, which doesn't have the sticky stuff on it, only pushes, but can't grab it back, so it just pushes. And in fact, it actually can push up to 12 blocks. After that, it can't push anymore. Anything more than 12, like 13 blocks, it won't be able to push it anymore. And then let's say that if I were to actually take a sticky piston, don't get confused. It's not going to be able to grab that much either. So if I were to go ahead and do this, and since it's 12, it won't be able to push it to begin with. A sticky piston will push it and only grab that one block. So that's pretty disappointing. But there's a way that you can even figure out the system. You can really cheat the system by using a special block called slime and honey. You're able to actually connect it like glue onto the blocks, and it'll be able to push every single one of them and pull every single one of them. Hold up, that's 12 blocks. There you go. It should have pushed and pulled. I think there's a restriction because there's both of them. There's actually only supposed to push a certain amount, and there's actually some restrictions to this, as one of the only blocks that can't get pushed inside the game is actually obsidian. No matter what, it won't be able to push it at all, as well as bedrock, which is at the bottom limit of the game, which is unobtainable at all, but only in creative mode you can get it. But that one cannot push. Now looking more into the actual redstone signal into this, you can actually, there's actually a limit to the redstone signal. As you can see, it can pair up and continue and go into diverse ways, but it's not infinite. It would go up only 16 blocks. So this is right now 17 blocks, so that's why it's not able to reach this redstone powered lamp. So as you can see, it stops right at the 17th. Rather than going to the 16th one, it actually reaches. But there's a special block in the game called the redstone repeater, and it basically does what's in its name, where it basically repeats the signal right at the 16th mark where it powers it up. You can repeat the signal to go another 16 blocks, and basically you can keep on going. Like, you don't even have to stop here. You can continue on and make the signal go another 16 blocks. And the last thing that is inside of redstone we have is the redstone comparator. Basically, this senses inside of other objects. So if I were to place something in it, it will sense it, and then it will only send a little redstone signal to power something up. Now this signal is really small, so if I were to put in 1 block in, it's only going to do 1. So using the redstone repeater as before, we can connect the redstone repeater after the redstone comparator, and placing 1 block in will actually repeat it to go as far as whatever we want. And that's basically it for redstone. But that was just me explaining about redstone. How about we actually put this into actual play? Like, how about we make a secret wall? Okay guys, in order for you guys to make a secret wall or to put all of this into play, we can just have like a simple little corner of a wall. Nothing too much for you guys, because you know this is just a simple tutorial. And basically we're just gonna go ahead and want to grab this corner out right here, and we can use these pistons where they can go ahead and turn it on and off, where we can have the redstone connection, and it comes on. Let's go ahead and test it. Always test it out with a lever just to make sure that it's working right. Yes, and then if I were to flick it, bam, it opens up like a secret little passageway to something else. We can hide our goodies. So basically what we can do is we can just pair that up with like we can pair that up with a redstone signal into a wall, and onto the other side of that wall place a simple lever. That way you can click that lever and bam, you can go and have access to that secret little area, or you can have like a ladder down to something below. But let's be honest here, that doesn't look really secret per se. So how about let's do something, let's make it even more secret by placing a wooden button, the same one as this, onto the roof or something where it's at least recognizable. So the redstone signal, the redstone power source is here. So if I were to place this right here, that should power this up, and I am correct. And then instead of having it powered into the wall, we can have it come down here. So let's have it come down here into our thing, and then basically it should connect to the pistons well. Yes, it did well. But we want to make it so then this closes it off. So how about we use a sticky piston and a block of redstone as a power source instead. Now this is going to be a confusing part for you guys, but basically it's not that confusing if you kind of understand what you're doing. Okay guys, so basically what you want to do is just connect it to another sticky piston, connect it to redstone, and then connect the redstone like this. So then this tells this piston to this tells that piston to stop or push. So let's make it so that it stops it instead of actually, you know, powering it up and stuff like that. Where we can make it so that it could cut off a signal of a redstone thing. So let's go place down a redstone block right here, and then we can make it like pushes something right here, and then make a redstone simple signal like that. And there we go. I'm sorry for saying to place this right here. I was wrong. Actually, it's okay. Redstone, you make mistakes. It's all trial and error. But basically, it should infinitely power this piston right here. So then, when you walk in, it's nothing simple. There's nothing right here. It's just a wall. But then when you click your secret lever, it basically powers that off. And stops it or intercepts that signal. When placing something right here, it stops it, because if you look at it, there's some things where obviously it's stopping the signal, but when it's away, it turns it back on. It's a really simple thing anybody can pretty much do if they put their mindset to it, and you can actually build crazy redstone things. I recommend Mumbo Jumbo if you want to learn how to build something like really insane. But it's like big redstone, like this entire wall just going away by pistons. It is entirely possible, but I'm not going to go ahead and show you that because I do not have the time to do so. And it's also a beginner's guide, not an everything that you need to know about redstone guide. And I probably wouldn't even be able to help you that much in it too, because I'm not that good at redstone. Well, I'm okay, but I'm not that really good at redstone. But now let's move on to the final part, which is going to be learning how to play with your friends. I'm pretty sure you guys all like to play games, but you all like to play with your friends the most. So basically, all you have to do is, it's actually not free. Well, in a sense, it's not free. But all you have to do is just sign into your account. It should be like a little thing down here or something, where basically you can sign in or make an actual official account, which will give you access to things of servers. And if you know your friend's username or something like that, you can add their username from here. And if you open up a server, they would actually be able to join you inside of Joinable Friends in a free version. And they could join in through here, and you guys can find each other in the actual for real servers. But also there's a way that you can also do as creating a realm. Creating a realm is an actual purchasable money thing where you can basically make a world, where you can make a world with someone, and if you leave that server, they can still play or whatever. It won't completely close off that server if you leave. Like, I'm invited to a Poggers Season 4, and as you can see, I'm gonna hop right into here, and as you can see, one of our friends, Ethan, I don't know who he is actually, to be honest, but Ethan is playing, and this is what the server looks like for now. I am not going to be staying here for long. Yeah, I'm not going to be staying here for long. Just like, as you can see, yeah, he's chatting to me right now, stuff like that, and you can, play with them. To chat, all it is just a slash button. It will send off like a little thing like this, but you just delete it and say, I'll be back soon. Anyways, that's basically all it is for just playing with your friends. To purchase a realm of your own costs about $8 a month, and I actually own one right now. And you can have a maximum of 10 people, which is why I can't really guys invite you to the server, because I can only have a maximum of 10 people. And if I start inviting people left and right, then there will be no room for the actual members of my channel. But anyways, let's put that all together and let's make a whole new world together by clicking create new, and by creating, and let's put it on easy mode, make it survival, click on advanced, and then click on where it says show coordinates. Alright guys, and then create. Hold up. Okay, alright guys, I'm going to guide you through the entire thing. So the first thing you want to do in your world is you want to go ahead and gather some wood. Any type of wood will be fine, but you're just going to go ahead and chop down that entire tree from the top to all the way to the bottom. Well, actually from the bottom to the top. And it doesn't matter if you get 6 pieces, usually you get 5 pieces. And yeah, just excuse my humming. Anyways, you just want to go ahead and craft a simple crafting table, craft some sticks, and want to make just a simple pickaxe. And in case you didn't know, you could just search it up on the side, pickaxe, and there you go. It should go like that. Break your crafting table, and then just run in and go get some stone. Oh gosh. Yeah, don't die. Okay, I got myself back, and basically what you want to do now is you want to collect exactly 11 pieces of stone. Just 11 pieces should have you all set for now. There we go. We have our 11 pieces, and then you should be able to create every single stone material, such as the pickaxe, the axe. Let's add a little bit more sticks right there. You'd be able to make the shovel, the sword, and finally, with the amounts left, we should be able to make a stone hoe. Honestly, you don't need to make the stone hoe, but I like making it anyways because sometimes, you know, you just need that or whatever. Anyways, after that, just get out of that little cave or wherever that you ended up, and then for the rest of the day, you just want to go ahead and just hunt for food all day. And then once you have enough food, basically just beeline for the sheep. But after that, just collect exactly 20 pieces of any type of wood. I chose birch wood just because if I just went with the same amount of wood, it was the closest, and continuing with the same amount of wood would be easy for you guys to see that you need exactly 20 pieces of birch wood. Now that you have all your birch wood, the next thing you want to do is you want to go to the nearest cave that you can see, anything that's surface or opened, and go look for coal or whatever. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and mine out of the nearest coal that we have. You take it off if you really want to. I decided to just leave a couple because after this is just for some simple shallow mining for now before we go into the real like grind into the caves, you know, try to get that real stuff. After that, just go ahead and craft a campfire. All it requires is just 3 pieces of wood of your choice at the bottom. And you're gonna need a couple sticks as well into like a triangle shape, and then put in a torch and coal in the middle. You could also just search up campfire, and basically all it does, it cooks your food for you. You don't need to use your coal to do it instead of just one. So just cook all your coal right quick, and there you go. You can go ahead and just destroy it right afterwards. You're not really gonna need it. But you will get some charcoal out of it. And right now it'll be a good chance to break your bed. And build your bed, and to get out of here, Justin, you can go and have a respawn point. And I'm going to leave this cave because this cave completely sucks. It just goes into water. We're not ready for that. Okay, so now we have a cave here, and it's a really big one actually. I already see some iron, and basically what we're going to be doing down here is we're going to continue mining until we can find at least 24 pieces of iron. Don't care about the coal, don't care about any other loot that you have, just stay in there until you have a good 24. I'm gonna come down here and make a base camp somewhere near the mouth of your cave, but also where you're going to be mining at. So I'm gonna place down my bed right here, and then ironically it's time to sleep. Okay, so now I'm down here. I'm gonna go make some torches so I can go see down there. A zombie right quick. This is why we have all our tools, and for all occasions we'll be all ready for down here. And I'm just gonna jump down here because there's water, and no matter how high you are, water will always break your fall. I think it should be fine. I don't think the warden actually spawns in these areas anyways. Oh, these things are streaking. Ah, shush, you're not gonna do anything. Oh wait, hold up. Wait, what? Dude, wait, no way. He actually, oh gosh. If I stay so, he won't see me. Nope. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm out of here. No, heck no, I'm out of here, bro. I am not dealing with that. Oh gosh, I can't see. Oh, he's right there. Oh my gosh, he teleported. I'm out of here. Run. No. Okay, I'm out of here. No. He's right behind me. Oh no, what am I I can't see. Oh no. Oh my gosh. No. Oh no. I gotta go. Oh my gosh. No, please. Okay, if I stand still, he won't see me. Let's torch. If I stand still, he can't detect me, right? Oh yeah. I was wrong. Okay guys, I eventually found my stuff back, and yeah, that took a while. I also had to dodge the warden and stuff like that. Yeah, I got some iron as well. This is a little bit pre-recorded message here right here of me finding some iron. Okay, kill, dies on me, please. Anyways, yeah, I found some diamonds as well at this area. Also, a quick thing for you guys to know is that before mining diamonds, diamonds can only be mined with iron. I probably forgot to say this earlier on, so it's best that you go ahead and use that furnace of yours. Just start cooking some of the iron that you find, and you're going to need 3 pieces of that ore to go and actually make a pickaxe. So let me just do that real quick. Just gonna wait a little. I'm just gonna wait it out. Not gonna need to skip this part. Alright, we got the iron, and now we should be good. And yeah, there we go, iron pickaxe. And you know, let me see, I got blocks right here, so all I gotta do is just get over to this diamond, see how much we get. Hopefully we get like a whole bunch or something. Let's see, 1, 2, yeah, 2 is good enough. 2, I mean, any diamonds is pretty much good. We're not aiming for diamonds. Anyways, we're out of the cave now, and we're gonna make a little base camp. The zombie's stopping us from sleeping, so just go ahead and kill the zombie. At this point, you should have some good amount of loot. You should be good. You should be good on food as well, unless you used it all in the caves. And now we're just going to go ahead and start building our base. And I'm gonna do this off camera. I mean, honestly, all you have to do is just add some walls, add some windows, and then add some doors, and that's it. After making a little bitty case right there, you can make your house whichever way you want. I decided to go with like a little classic house I used to make as a starter base before I got actually good in building. I placed some torches in this inside so that no zombies or anything could spawn, and then place some torches on the outside, make my house illuminate. Oh, that's not right. There we go, torch right there. And then we're gonna go ahead and fill in the inside with some stuff, you know, and place all my wood in and start making some chests, you know. That way we can have a little bit more storage. There we go, 11 chests should be fine, and I should be able to finish this side up and then upside the walls a little bit, because chests can be open underside, and 1 extra as my loot chest I put up right here. Yeah, that's nice. And then you want to go ahead and use some of that cobblestone and then make some furnaces as well. That way you have fuel. You have fuel already, so then you can start cooking stuff. I probably need all those furnaces. 11. Anyways, I'm gonna place my bed right here, and there we go. And now I'm just gonna continue moving in the rest of my stuff. I got an extra furnace. What to do with this? I guess I'll put it up there. Okay, so the next part, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start making a farm area. So go get your iron buckets and then just start finishing outside here. And then basically the next thing that you want to do is just go 4 out each side. From the farming tutorial, you probably already know how to farm. Just start breaking some seeds and then start farming, and then use that wheat to go get some sheep, which you can start luring in, which you can do cow. I chose sheep just because there was a lot of sheep for some reason on the mountains. They probably spawned a little bit more. Cows getting a little more, so I had to push them off to the side. And then he still got in anyways. And I started breeding for a while, breeding for about 10 minutes, and then it ended up like this. I don't know. I just know one thing. I'm going to be fed good today with a bunch of bread and a bunch of mutton. What else can someone ask for? Probably juice. There isn't juice in Minecraft. Anyways, I headed back inside of the caves to look for some stuff, and I was a bit more cautious this time. I have armor now, iron tools. I got some my mutton bread already, and I accidentally spawned in the warden again, like an idiot. I thought it was fine, cause I mean I just stood there, I mean, and then I placed on a torch. I didn't see it. I was like, wait, why is it making a noise? And I broke it again. I think I broke it, and at this time that's when I knew that apparently that made a noise. And I thought if I booked it, I could probably make it. But then like he spawned right in front of me. He spawned right in front of me, right at the area I was running. And I just completely just ran for my life. I was not turning back. I just kept running. I didn't even. I just continued going, and then I saw he was still in his animation, so I was good. Also, using with those diamonds I found earlier on, I found more diamonds in the cave, and I mined out some obsidian. You should mine out for a total of 5 diamonds in the cave, and then get a total of 18 obsidians. So then you can make a portal to the nether, which is, you know, the red alternate dimension, and you'll be able to make an enchantment table if you have the books. Which off camera, I forgot to record this, but I made a sugarcane farm by just using the sugarcane, and made a book. And using the extra 2 diamonds that I got from earlier on, I was able to make an enchantment table. Unfortunately, I had no lapis to actually enchant anything, but I mean, it was still alright. And then I made some flint and steel, and I headed off into the nether dimension. And luckily enough, I actually spawned into a very high coordinates. If you guys didn't know this, coordinates 80 and coordinates 15 are the best areas to go mining for netherite, which is the strongest material inside of Minecraft. And seeing all the ash and all that stuff floating around, I could already tell that this is a basalt area, which is that weird charcoaly area. But other than that, that was it. I just basically just explored a little bit more. I didn't want to go too far into it. Just wanted to look around a little, see if I can go down, because there's gonna be a huge drop if I just mine straight down. And anyways, that is it. That is literally it. I'm not gonna go fully into it, like full gameplay and everything, going to the nether and all this stuff. I'm not gonna do all of that, but there it is. I have my house, my farm, my sugarcane farm, food, access to the nether, and a huge cave underneath me in a mountain. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and also hopefully you guys learned something. And when you make your first survival world, hopefully it looks a little bit better than this thing, or maybe it could look worse or whatever. I didn't continue on to the other final dimension at the end, because that wouldn't be like a really good starter guide for you guys to learn about every little thing. This just covered basically the main topic of everything and all that stuff. And for those who are wondering, about like some other questions, stuff like that, feel free just to ask in the comments about any questions, and I could answer a few of them for you. I won't promise that I'll respond like in 3 seconds, but I can promise that I can do something. Oh my gosh, I'm being teamed. Oh my, every single time I get hit, there's more zombies. Oh, bye.